When we release the chase, we make space for the life we're meant to receive. There's an energy to wanting, a forceful drive that so often pulls things further away. The more we reach out, the more they seem to slip through our fingers. But when we learn to let go and trust, we shift into a place of calm assurance, and what we desire begins to flow toward us. Imagine the state of already having all that you desire. There is no rush, no anxiety. This is the posture of a mind that understands its creative power, a mind that knows the universe is infinitely abundant. When we operate from this space, we send out a vibration that says, I am whole, I am complete, and everything I need will find its way to me in that state. We become magnets, drawing forth exactly what resonates with this energy of fullness. Think of the seed that grows into a mighty tree. It does not strain, nor does it hurry, and yet it expands, rooted in faith and nourished by the unseen. It trusts the soil, the rain, the sun, and all the forces that support its growth. So too should we trust the invisible forces that are forever working on our behalf. When we stand in quiet confidence, we align with the natural flow, the rhythm of the universe, which knows when and how to deliver what we desire. Our journey, then, is not to chase but to prepare, to nurture ourselves inwardly, to hold within our minds the image of our dreams as already real. When we release the need to force outcomes, we're saying to the universe, I believe in the divine timing of my life. We trust that everything unfolds as it should, and in this quiet faith, we call forth the highest good. In moments of doubt or impatience, remember that we already possess the keys to our desires. They exist within us, and by gently nurturing the belief that they are on their way, we allow them to manifest without resistance. By holding on to the feeling of fulfillment, we create a magnetism that pulls toward us precisely what matches this inner peace. Allow yourself to relax into this truth. Trust the process, release the need to control, and be assured that what is meant for you is already making its way into your life. Let go and let it come to you. When we detach from the urge to chase, we step into a place of profound power, a power that doesn't rely on frantic movement or anxious thoughts, but instead exists within quiet, unwavering trust. This trust tells us that what is meant for us is always flowing in our direction, that we are in harmony with the world's boundless abundance. Picture yourself on the bank of a calm river, knowing that the water will carry what you need to you. This is the state of effortless reception, where we no longer chase but allow, where we create by simply being aligned with the flow of life. The natural world reflects this principle. A flower doesn't chase the sun, it simply unfolds and opens, allowing the sunlight to find it. It does not strive, and yet it receives exactly what it needs to bloom. We too can take on this knowing, this quiet confidence that what is meant for us is already moving toward us. Every moment we spend in frantic pursuit pushes our dreams further away, while every moment we spend in peaceful anticipation draws them closer. Let yourself settle into this truth. The force of your desire does not need to strain or reach, it simply needs to be aligned with calm assurance. When we focus on the feeling of already having what we seek, we move beyond need and into a state of inner richness. We become filled with the vibration of abundance, and from this place we broadcast a powerful signal that attracts to us what matches that feeling. Imagine your desires as seeds planted deep within your mind. As you water these seeds with positive expectation and let go of the need to control their growth, they sprout and flourish in perfect timing. The harvest will come in due season, just as surely as winter gives way to spring. There is a paradox in wanting. The more we chase, the more our focus is on the absence of what we desire. In wanting, we say to the universe, I do not have, but in releasing the chase, we shift our focus to gratitude, to a quiet confidence that says, I am complete. This shift in focus changes everything. It moves us from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance, from lack to fulfillment, from need to trust. And when we live in this state, our desires no longer elude us. Instead, they find their way to us effortlessly. This isn't about abandoning dreams or aspirations. Rather, it's about holding them gently, allowing them to exist within us without the burden of constant pressure or the weight of urgency. It's about trusting that our role is not to control every step, but to prepare our hearts, to cultivate our minds, to align with the deeper sense of knowing. When we let go of the need to chase, we make space for the divine timing of our lives to unfold naturally. Think about the endless cycles of nature, the changing seasons, the rising and setting sun, the tides that ebb and flow. None of these forces rush or strain. They operate within a rhythm that is both powerful and serene, a rhythm that is also present within each of us. When we align ourselves with this rhythm, we become part of an eternal flow. Our lives, too, can unfold in harmony with this rhythm if we trust and allow it. We become receptive to the gifts that life brings when we stop grasping, when we release our hold and say, "I trust that what is meant for me is already on its way." This trust is not passive, it is an active state of creation. It's a quiet yet powerful stance that aligns our inner world with our deepest desires. By embodying this trust, we become co-creators with the universe, magnetizing experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with our energy. Each day that we allow ourselves to rest in this state, we nurture the seed of our dreams, fostering their growth through our belief, through our vision, and through the calm certainty that what we seek is also seeking us. To create in this way, we must first look within and cultivate a mind free of resistance. It's in our quiet moments, when we release the noise of doubt and the urge to control, that we begin to hear the whispers of intuition, the guidance that leads us to our desires effortlessly. In silence, we become attuned to the deeper currents of our lives, those currents that naturally guide us toward fulfillment. By trusting these currents, by flowing with them rather than against them, we allow our desires to manifest in ways beyond our limited imagination. In this state of allowing, our hearts remain open and receptive. We experience a profound inner shift from worry to trust, from doubt to certainty, from longing to peace. And as we hold this space within ourselves, we broadcast a signal of wholeness and completion that attracts only what is in alignment with that state. We no longer chase because we recognize that we already possess within us everything we need to manifest our dreams. This recognition transforms us into a beacon, drawing forth that which is meant to come to us. When you release the need to control every detail, you open yourself to the magic of serendipity, the unexpected blessings that find their way into your life. You begin to see how each experience, each encounter, and each challenge is part of a greater unfolding. Trusting this process allows us to move through life with ease, knowing that we are being guided, that we are supported by a force much greater than ourselves. This trust brings peace to our hearts and a quiet joy that springs from knowing that what is ours will never pass us by. Imagine each desire as a ripple that you send out into the vast ocean of possibilities. Just as the ripple spreads and expands, so does your intention, reaching places beyond your immediate perception. The ripple does not struggle, it simply moves, and as it travels, it gathers momentum. In the same way, when we release our desires with calm expectation, we set in motion a powerful force that brings back to us the very things we once sought. Our role is to trust that the ripple will return to us in its own perfect timing. True creation is rooted in calm confidence, in the serene knowing that all we need is already within reach. By aligning with this energy, we open the door to a life of abundance and joy, a life where we are free from the need to struggle. When we release the chase, we release the energy of lack, and in that release, we make space for what is truly meant for us to flow in. Let go of striving, of worrying, and let yourself be still in the understanding that everything you seek is also seeking you. In that stillness, we allow the life we desire to come to us naturally, gracefully, and with divine timing. In releasing, we free ourselves from the illusion that we must constantly strive. Instead, we become vessels for our desires, containers that draw toward us what is aligned with our deepest truths. We embody our dreams, becoming one with them, feeling their reality as if they are already here. And it's in this alignment that we find the true joy of living, the joy of being in sync with the infinite flow of creation, a flow that knows no boundaries, no limits, only endless possibility. As you move forward, let this gentle knowing guide you. Trust that your role is not to force but to feel, to imagine, to hold within yourself the reality of your dreams as if they were already here. Let go of the rush, of the need to control, and rest in the assurance that your desires are coming to you. There is no need to chase, because what is meant for you is already drawn by the power of your inner certainty, making its way toward you as you read these very words. Allow yourself to bask in the calm, serene energy of knowing that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, is aligning all things for your good. Just as the sun rises each day without fail, so too will your desires come to fruition in their appointed time. Embrace the journey with an open heart, and let the life you envision unfold gracefully before you. The nature of true fulfillment lies not in the endless pursuit, but in the quiet, assured acceptance of what is already ours. When we stop chasing, we give space for life to bring us its gifts, guided by the quiet yet powerful belief that we are worthy and capable of receiving. In this space, a sense of abundance unfolds within us, a calm understanding that we are constantly in a state of becoming, not through frantic action, but through peaceful alignment with our deepest desires. This is the work, to hold within ourselves the feeling of our desires fulfilled, so that they may flow into our lives effortlessly. Picture for a moment the power of magnetism. A magnet does not push or pull with visible effort, it simply exists in a state that naturally attracts what aligns with it. When we cultivate this inner magnetism, we cease striving, and our desires find their way to us. Just as a magnet draws in what resonates with it, we too draw in people, experiences, and opportunities that match the vibration we hold within. By releasing the chase and embracing trust, we become magnets for our highest good, allowing life's natural abundance to flow freely toward us. As we navigate our journey, we are constantly sending out signals to the universe through our thoughts and feelings. Every moment we spend worrying or doubting is a moment where we broadcast a signal of lack, a signal that says, "I do not yet have what I need." But in each moment we choose peace, contentment, and gratitude. We shift that signal to one of abundance, of fulfillment. In doing so, we align ourselves with a higher energy, one that allows the universe to respond in kind. When we radiate a sense of having rather than needing, we open the door for our desires to flow into our lives without resistance. This approach invites us to let go of impatience, of the constant need to control or manipulate outcomes. Instead, we cultivate a deep patience, knowing that all things come in their right time. Imagine for a moment planting a seed. Once it is in the ground, you do not dig it up each day to see if it's growing. You trust that nature will do its work, and in time it will bloom. In the same way, when we plant the seed of our desires in the fertile soil of our minds, we must give it the time and space to grow. Our job is not to force its growth, but to nourish it with faith, to protect it from doubt, and to believe that the universe will bring it to fruition. Life responds to our faith, to our willingness to let go of control and trust the unseen forces working in our favor. Every time we release the need to force, we signal to the universe that we believe in its power to bring us what we seek. This trust is a powerful force, one that opens doors we may not even know exist. When we let go of chasing, we begin to see the opportunities that naturally come our way, the synchronicities that guide us toward our dreams. These are not mere coincidences, they are the universe's response to our willingness to be receptive. To fully step into this space of receptivity, we must nurture our inner state. We must become aware of the thoughts we hold, the emotions we feel, and the beliefs we carry. Each of these elements shapes our energy, creating a field around us that attracts or repels. By cultivating an inner landscape of peace and certainty, we draw in experiences that reflect this state. Just as a calm lake reflects the sky perfectly, our inner calm reflects back to us a life of harmony and fulfillment. There is a deep wisdom in knowing when to act and when to be still. Often we feel compelled to take action out of fear that if we do not, our desires will slip away. But the most profound actions come not from fear, but from a place of inspired intuition, a quiet prompting that arises when we are aligned with the flow of life. When we are patient, when we allow ourselves to wait for this inspiration, our actions become powerful and precise, leading us effortlessly toward our goals. In this way, our path unfolds naturally, guided by an inner wisdom that knows the perfect time for all things. The act of letting go is not one of giving up, but of surrendering to a higher intelligence. It is an act of faith, a demonstration of our trust in the unseen forces that govern our lives. In this surrender, we free ourselves from the anxiety of the outcome, allowing us to live fully in the present moment. When we live in this state, we become aware of the subtle beauty around us, of the signs and symbols that guide our way. We realize that life itself is a co-creator, and by aligning with it, we allow our desires to manifest in ways we could never have planned. In letting go, we enter a dance with the universe, a dance where we no longer lead but follow the rhythm of life. This rhythm, which flows through all things, guides us gently yet powerfully toward our highest good. By surrendering to this rhythm, we become attuned to the natural flow of events, trusting that each step, each moment, brings us closer to our desires. We find peace in knowing that what is meant for us cannot be taken away, and that what is not meant for us will fade effortlessly. This shift from chasing to allowing brings a profound transformation. It allows us to see the beauty of life as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. When we stop forcing, we start noticing. We become aware of the blessings already present, of the abundance that surrounds us. In this awareness, our hearts open, and we find ourselves in a constant state of gratitude. This gratitude, in turn, attracts even more to be thankful for, creating a cycle of abundance that grows with each passing day. When we live in a state of trust, we become unshaken by temporary setbacks or delays. We recognize them as part of a larger process, one that is always working for our highest good. Instead of resisting these moments, we embrace them, knowing that they are preparing us for what is to come. In this acceptance, we find peace, and in peace, we find power. We no longer feel the need to chase, for we know that everything we need is already on its way. Letting go allows us to step into our true power, a power that does not rely on force but on alignment. It is a power that moves mountains without effort, that manifests desires without strain. When we cultivate this inner alignment, we become co-creators with the universe, working in harmony with the forces that shape our lives. This is the essence of true manifestation, the art of bringing forth our desires through inner stillness rather than outer struggle. The journey of letting go is one of self-discovery. It invites us to look within, to explore the beliefs and fears that keep us from trusting fully. It challenges us to release the need for control, to embrace the unknown with open arms. In doing so, we discover a freedom that cannot be found in the chase. We discover the peace that comes from knowing we are already whole, already complete, and that everything we desire is simply an extension of that wholeness. As we release the chase, we begin to live from a place of joy, a joy that is not dependent on circumstances but flows from within. This joy radiates outward, touching every aspect of our lives, attracting people and experiences that resonate with our newfound state of being. We find ourselves surrounded by abundance, not because we chased it, but because we allowed it to come to us. This is the beauty of living in alignment, the beauty of a life that unfolds naturally, guided by the quiet power of trust. The journey of letting go is a journey of faith. It is a journey that asks us to believe in the unseen, to trust in the timing of our lives, and to surrender to a wisdom greater than our own. As we embrace this journey, we find ourselves moving effortlessly toward our desires, no longer bound by the need to chase, but free to receive all that life has to offer. We become vessels for our dreams, allowing them to manifest in ways beyond our wildest imagination, simply by letting go and letting them come to us. When we let go of the impulse to chase, we begin to witness an unfolding a dance of energy, a quiet invitation that allows the universe to reveal its intricate and flawless timing. This trust transforms the way we perceive time itself. No longer are we racing against it, but rather aligning with it, flowing as a part of it. This state of grace that comes with letting go is like the calm waters of a deep lake, undisturbed by external winds, reflecting the vastness of the sky above. In this calm, we find clarity. In this stillness, we discover our true selves. To let life come to us is to embrace the wisdom of patience. Patience is not mere waiting but an active presence or watchfulness, a quiet anticipation without grasping or clinging. When we approach life with patience, we allow our desires to mature, to ripen fully before they manifest. Just as a fruit on a tree must ripen in its own time, our dreams, our aspirations must also reach their peak readiness. To rush the process would be to interfere with the natural course of things, but to allow it is to trust that all we need is already on its way, perfect and complete. This journey is one of deep surrender, of giving up the need to control each outcome. Control, after all, is rooted in fear that if we do not push, we might lose what we seek. But this fear-based control is counterproductive. It constricts the flow, putting obstacles in the very path of our desires. When we release this need, we open ourselves up to life's boundless potential, letting go of limitation and scarcity, and embracing the infinite. Through surrender, we affirm our belief in a benevolent universe, a universe that responds to our faith, to our confidence that all is well and will unfold as it should. Letting go and letting it come to us means stepping into a state of conscious creation, where our role is not to force but to align. In this space, we become intentional with our thoughts and feelings, knowing that they are the true architects of our reality. Every thought we think, every emotion we feel is a brushstroke in the grand painting of our lives. To create with ease, we must release thoughts of doubt, fear, and impatience, and replace them with thoughts of peace, faith, and gratitude. By doing so, we elevate our vibration, drawing in all that resonates with this higher frequency. There is a profound freedom in recognizing that we do not need to pursue or chase to obtain what we desire. Our natural state, when unburdened by worry or doubt, is already one of attraction. Just as a flower does not chase the sun but blooms in its light, we too are meant to blossom in the presence of our desires without chasing them. When we live in this way, our actions become inspired rather than forced. Each step we take, each decision we make is infused with the certainty that we are moving in alignment with a greater force, that we are guided and supported every step of the way. This path requires that we cultivate a relationship with our inner being, with the divine within. When we connect to this inner source, we tap into an endless well of wisdom and guidance. It is here, in the quiet of our hearts, that we hear the whispers of intuition, that inner knowing that gently nudges us forward. By listening to this inner voice, we gain the confidence to release our grip, to trust that we do not walk this journey alone. Our inner being, our connection to the divine, is constantly guiding us toward our highest good, orchestrating events and aligning opportunities that fulfill our deepest desires. Living in this state of allowing is not passive but profoundly active in its receptivity. We are not idle, we are participating with the flow of life, taking steps when inspired and resting when called. This balance between action and rest is the essence of harmonious living. Just as nature has its cycles of growth and stillness, we too must honor our own cycles, trusting that there is a time for everything. By honoring these cycles, we align ourselves with the natural order, creating a life that flows with ease and grace rather than struggle and resistance. The art of letting go is also the art of gratitude. When we stop chasing, we begin to see the beauty and abundance that already surround us. We start to appreciate the small miracles, the synchronicities, and the blessings that come our way effortlessly. Gratitude shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is present, creating a magnetic field of joy and contentment that attracts even more to be grateful for. This gratitude, in turn, amplifies our sense of worthiness, reinforcing the belief that we are deserving of all the good that life has to offer. When we truly let go, we create space within ourselves for new possibilities. By releasing old patterns of fear and doubt, we clear away the mental and emotional clutter, making room for fresh experiences to enter our lives. This space is vital. It is the fertile ground where our dreams can take root and grow. In letting go, we step into the unknown with courage, trusting that whatever unfolds will be for our highest good. This is the essence of true freedom, the ability to release attachment to outcomes and trust in the journey itself. As we walk this path of letting go, we may encounter moments of doubt or fear, times when the urge to control or chase reappears. In these moments, it is essential to return to our center, to reconnect with our inner knowing. We remind ourselves that what is meant for us will come to us, that we need not exhaust ourselves in pursuit. Each time we reaffirm this truth, we strengthen our trust, deepening our alignment with the natural flow of life. This journey is not about perfection, but about progress, about gradually releasing the old ways of striving and struggling and embracing a new way of being. Each step we take in trust and surrender brings us closer to a life of effortless abundance. It is a journey of self-discovery, one that reveals to us our innate power to create, not through force, but through alignment. We begin to understand that life is a mirror, reflecting back to us the energy we hold within. When we cultivate peace, joy, and faith, life reflects these qualities back to us, bringing us experiences that match our inner state. In letting go, we come to see that our desires are not distant goals to be achieved, but expressions of the abundance already within us. They are reflections of our inner wealth, our innate creativity, and our boundless potential. By allowing these desires to come to us, we honor our own worthiness, recognizing that we are already whole and complete. This is the true gift of letting go, the realization that we need not chase after what is already ours by divine right. Through this journey of trust, we also discover a deeper sense of purpose. We realize that our desires are not merely for personal gain, but are part of a larger tapestry, a greater plan that serves not only ourselves, but the world around us. By aligning with our desires, we align with our purpose, contributing our unique gifts and talents to the collective good. This purpose gives our lives meaning, transforming our desires into acts of service, expressions of love, and contributions to the greater whole. Letting go is an act of love, love for ourselves, love for life, and love for the divine. It is a choice to live in harmony with the universe, to dance with its rhythms and trust in its wisdom. This love, this trust, becomes the foundation of a life lived in peace, joy, and fulfillment. It allows us to experience the fullness of life without the need to grasp or cling. It gives us the courage to step into the unknown with open hearts, knowing that we are held, guided, and supported every step of the way. In this state of allowing, we discover a joy that transcends circumstances, a peace that is not dependent on outcomes. We find ourselves living in the present moment, fully engaged with the beauty and wonder of each experience. This is the ultimate freedom, the freedom to be, to trust, and to receive all that life has to offer. When we stop chasing, we realize that life itself is a gift, and in this realization we find everything we have ever sought. This awareness, when we stop chasing, becomes a space for clarity, a sacred place where we see beyond the surface of life, beyond the fleeting desires and fears that often cloud our vision. As we rest in this inner clarity, we come to recognize that we are connected to an infinite source of wisdom and abundance. This source flows through us, around us, always ready to meet us wherever we are. The real work lies not in chasing after what we think we need, but in uncovering this limitless well within ourselves, in realizing that we are the key to everything we seek. In the space of allowing, we also find that what we truly desire is often different from what we initially thought. Desires that come from a place of ego, from the need to prove ourselves or validate our worth, begin to dissolve. In their place arise desires that align with our highest self-desires, that resonate deeply within our being, that bring peace and fulfillment rather than momentary satisfaction. These are the desires that guide us toward our true purpose, the aspirations that feel like they are part of us rather than something we need to chase. There is a powerful shift that takes place when we stop chasing. We move from a state of lack to a state of abundance. In chasing, we are saying to the universe, I do not have enough, and I must go after what I lack. But in allowing, we affirm, I am enough, and everything I need is already flowing toward me. This shift in perspective changes everything. Suddenly, the energy of desperation and neediness is replaced by calm confidence, a deep-seated trust that what is meant for us cannot miss us, that what aligns with our true essence will always find its way to us. Living in this way also transforms our relationships. When we stop chasing approval, affection, or validation from others, We start relating to people from a place of wholeness. We are no longer looking to them to fill a void within us, rather. We bring our full selves to each connection. This allows for relationships that are based on genuine love, mutual respect, and shared growth. We no longer fear losing others because we understand that true connections do not need to be forced or chased. They are natural, effortless, and rooted in mutual resonance. The beauty of this approach is that it extends to every area of life. Whether it is relationships, career, health, or personal growth, the principle of allowing rather than chasing brings a profound sense of ease. We begin to realize that each aspect of our lives is interconnected, that the peace we cultivate within ourselves radiates outward, transforming our external experiences. As we cultivate trust in the flow of life, we find that opportunities, ideas, and people that align with our highest good appear naturally, without struggle or strain. To live without chasing also requires a conscious reorientation of our minds. We are conditioned to believe that effort, struggle, and hard work are the only ways to achieve our goals. But when we shift to a mindset of allowing, we realize that true effort is not about strain, but about focus and clarity. It is about aligning our energy with our intention and then trusting in the outcome. This is the essence of inspired action that flows effortlessly from a place of inner alignment rather than from a need to force or control. Inspired action is a byproduct of this trust. When we let go of the need to chase, we make space for guidance to come from within. We no longer act out of a place of fear or desperation, but from a place of knowing. Each step we take is intentional, each decision grounded in a sense of purpose and clarity. And when we act from this place, our actions have a ripple effect. They carry an energy that attracts opportunities, support, and resources aligned with our highest vision. As we continue to practice letting go, we also cultivate resilience. We develop the strength to remain centered in the face of external circumstances, knowing that our inner peace is not dependent on what happens around us. This resilience allows us to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and stability. We become like a tree with deep roots, flexible enough to sway with the winds of change, yet firmly grounded in our own truth. This resilience is not a hardening but a softening, an openness to whatever life brings, confident that all experiences serve our growth. There is also a deeper joy that emerges when we stop chasing. This joy is not contingent on specific outcomes or achievements. It is a state of being that arises from within. It is the joy of living in harmony with life, of trusting in the flow, of knowing that we are exactly where we need to be. This joy is quiet yet profound, a steady current that carries us through life's challenges and triumphs alike. It is a joy that cannot be shaken because it is rooted in our own being, in the understanding that we are always connected to something greater than ourselves. When we live in this state of joy and trust, we become a magnet for all that is good. This magnetic quality is not about pulling things toward us through force, but about resonating at a frequency that naturally attracts what aligns with our highest good. Just as a tuning fork resonates with certain vibrations, our being resonates with experiences, people, and opportunities that match our inner state. When we are at peace, we attract peace. When we are in joy, we attract joy. This is the law of attraction in its purest form, an effortless drawing in of that which reflects our true essence. This journey of letting go is a journey of self-discovery. We begin by seeking something outside ourselves, but as we release the need to chase, we discover that everything we were looking for was already within us. We find that the love, abundance, peace, and fulfillment we sought were never in the external world, but in our own hearts, waiting to be uncovered. This realization is the ultimate liberation, freeing us from the endless pursuit of external validation and allowing us to live in the fullness of our own being. To live without chasing is to reclaim our power. It is to recognize that we are not at the mercy of life, but co-creators with it. We are not here to struggle or strive. We are here to express our unique gifts, to experience joy, and to contribute to the greater good. When we let go of chasing, we reclaim our role as conscious creators, knowing that we have the power to shape our reality not through force, but through alignment with our true selves. This is the path of mastery, the journey of becoming who we truly are. As we continue to walk this path, we begin to notice the subtle miracles that surround us each day. We see the beauty in the simplest moments, the magic in the ordinary. We become attuned to the synchronicities, the gentle nudges from the universe that guide us toward our highest good. Life becomes a dance, a rhythm that we move to with grace and ease, no longer fighting against the current but flowing with it. This is the art of living in harmony with the universe, of allowing life to unfold in its own perfect timing. And as we let go, we experience a profound sense of connection to ourselves, to others, and to the divine. We realize that we are part of something vast and beautiful, a tapestry of energy and intention woven together by love. This connection is the foundation of true peace, a peace that surpasses understanding, a peace that holds us steady in the midst of change. It is a peace that allows us to rest, to trust, to know that all is well, that we are exactly where we are meant to be. In this space of trust and surrender, we find our true power. It is a power that does not come from force or control, but from alignment with the divine flow of life. It is a power that allows us to create effortlessly, to manifest with ease, to live in the fullness of who we are. And as we embrace this power, we discover the joy of living without chasing, of allowing life to come to us in its own time, knowing that all we need is already ours. In the end, living without chasing is about trust and surrender. It is about stepping into the deep understanding that all we seek is already within us and will flow to us naturally when we align with our true essence. By letting go of the need to force outcomes and allowing life to unfold, we reclaim our peace, our power, and our joy. We shift from a life of struggle to a life of harmony, becoming co-creators with the divine. In this journey, we learn that everything we truly need will come to us effortlessly, in perfect timing, as we open ourselves to the flow of life's boundless abundance. Ladies and gentlemen, today I invite you to embark on a journey of transformation, a journey that reveals the profound truth of how we can transcend our current circumstances and embrace the wealth that awaits us. You see, we often become prisoners of our reality, shackled by what we see and perceive. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking a life of abundance lies not in the physical world around us, but in the power of our imagination and the beliefs we choose to embrace? Imagine for a moment that your thoughts are seeds and the garden of your life is fertile ground. Every belief you hold, every assumption you make, acts as a seed planted within that garden. If you nurture thoughts of scarcity and limitation, that is precisely what will bloom in your life. Conversely, if you choose to plant seeds of wealth, success, and abundance, you will create a lush landscape of prosperity. To ignore reality is not to deny it, but to recognize that what we see is merely a reflection of our beliefs. The world around us is malleable, shaped by our perceptions and assumptions. The first step in this transformative process is to cultivate a mindset that sees beyond the present circumstances. When faced with challenges, resist the urge to react in fear or frustration. Instead, pause and redirect your focus to the reality you wish to create. Picture it vividly in your mind's eye and feel the emotions associated with having already achieved it. This is not wishful thinking, it is the application of a powerful principle. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you align yourself with the vibration of that reality. The universe responds to the energy you emit, drawing experiences and opportunities that resonate with your new beliefs. The world is abundant, brimming with possibilities, but you must be willing to step away from the evidence of your senses and trust in the unseen. Consider the stories of those who have transformed their lives through this very practice. They did not allow the world to dictate their worth or potential. They held a vision of their success and persisted in that assumption despite the apparent lack. They knew that the path to wealth is not paved with the constraints of the present, but with the unwavering faith in their own power to create. Now let's speak of the importance of feeling. The emotions you cultivate are the driving force behind your manifestations. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude as though you are already experiencing the wealth you desire. This emotional state acts as a magnet, attracting to you the circumstances that will manifest your desires. Let the feeling permeate every fiber of your being. This is your true creative power at work. Yet you must also be vigilant against the distractions of doubt and fear. These are the weeds that can choke the life out of your beautiful garden. When thoughts of limitation creep in, recognize them for what they are: temporary illusions. Consciously choose to dismiss them, reaffirming your belief in the abundant life that is yours to claim. Remember, reality is not fixed, it is fluid, changing in accordance with your inner landscape. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals and desires. Create a vision board, write affirmations, or engage in practices that reinforce the beliefs you wish to embody. The more you immerse yourself in this new reality, the more it will become your truth. Let go of the need for immediate results. The universe operates in its own timing, aligning circumstances in a way that often surpasses our expectations. As you progress, celebrate your small victories, for they are the stepping stones leading you to greater abundance. Acknowledge the signs of progress, however subtle they may seem. Each shift in your reality is a testament to your creative power at work, affirming that you are indeed the master of your fate. Finally, let us embrace the concept of gratitude as an essential ingredient in this journey. Be thankful for the wealth that is already on its way to you, and express appreciation for the blessings in your life, no matter how small. Gratitude elevates your vibration and opens the door to even greater abundance. When you operate from a place of gratitude, you align with the frequency of receiving, attracting more of what you desire into your life. Let me remind you that the secret to ignoring reality and stepping into the life of your dreams lies within you. By assuming the feelings of your desires, cultivating an unwavering belief in your worth, and nurturing the seeds of abundance, you hold the power to create a life beyond your wildest imagination. Embrace this journey, trust in the process, and know that you are destined for greatness. The life of your dreams awaits. It is yours for the taking. As we delve deeper into this transformative journey, let's explore the nuances of the law of assumption, for understanding its principles will empower you to navigate the landscape of your desires with clarity and conviction. This law teaches us that our assumptions shape our reality. It is not merely about wishing for something to happen, it is about embodying the belief that it has already occurred. This shift in perspective is crucial, for it opens the gateway to the life you truly desire. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose and excitement, knowing that you are the creator of your destiny. Each morning is an opportunity to reaffirm your assumptions, to visualize the life you wish to lead. As you rise, take a moment to center yourself. Breathe deeply, and with each inhale, draw in the energy of your desires. With each exhale, release any doubts or fears that may linger. This ritual not only sets the tone for your day, but reinforces your commitment to living in alignment with your vision. The practice of visualization is a powerful tool in your arsenal. Create a vivid mental image of your desired reality. See yourself living in abundance, surrounded by the people and experiences that bring you joy. Imagine the feelings associated with this reality, how it feels to have financial freedom, to pursue your passions without constraint, to enjoy the richness of life in every aspect. The more detailed and immersive your visualization, the more potent the impact on your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is a fertile ground, receptive to the seeds you plant. By repeatedly visualizing your desired reality, you imprint these images deeply within your subconscious. Over time, these impressions begin to influence your thoughts, actions, and ultimately your experiences. You may find yourself naturally gravitating toward opportunities that align with your new beliefs, as your mind starts to filter out the negativity and limitations of your previous assumptions. In this process, it is essential to recognize the importance of affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that reinforce your beliefs and desires. They serve as reminders of the reality you are creating. Craft affirmations that resonate with your vision. For instance, if your goal is financial abundance, you might say, "I am a magnet for wealth and success," or "I attract opportunities that lead to my financial freedom." Repeat these affirmations daily, allowing them to resonate within you, and watch as they begin to shape your reality. Another critical element in this journey is the practice of detachment. It might sound paradoxical, But to truly manifest your desires, you must let go of the need to control the outcome. This does not mean you abandon your goals, rather, it means trusting in the process and allowing the universe to deliver your desires in its own way and timing. When you cling too tightly to the outcome, you create resistance. Instead, cultivate a sense of openness and flexibility. Trust that the universe knows what you need and when you need it. By releasing your attachment to specific outcomes, you make space for unexpected blessings and opportunities to flow into your life. As you navigate this journey, you may encounter challenges and obstacles. These are not signs that you are on the wrong path, rather, they are opportunities for growth. Embrace them as part of your journey. Each challenge presents a chance to reinforce your beliefs, to rise above the limitations that seek to hold you back. When faced with adversity, remind yourself of your assumptions and the reality you are creating. Ask yourself, what belief can I adopt to overcome this challenge? Shift your focus from the problem to the solution, and you will find that your mindset becomes a powerful tool for navigating difficulties. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is also vital. Seek out those who uplift and inspire you. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your beliefs. Engage with individuals who share your vision of abundance and success, who encourage you to dream big and step outside your comfort zone. When you are surrounded by positive influences, it becomes easier to maintain your assumptions and stay committed to your goals. Conversely, distance yourself from negative influences, those who perpetuate doubt and scarcity. Protect your energy and nurture relationships that align with your desired reality. It is also important to engage in inspired action. While the power of thought and belief is immense, it must be coupled with action. Take steps toward your goals, even if they are small. Inspired action is rooted in intuition and aligns with your desires. It is not about forcing outcomes, but rather responding to the opportunities that present themselves as you move through life. Trust your instincts and be willing to step out of your comfort zone. You may find that the universe opens doors for you when you take the initiative. As you progress on this journey, maintain a journal to document your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Writing serves as a powerful tool for reflection and clarity. In your journal, record your affirmations, visualize your goals, and express gratitude for the abundance in your life. This practice allows you to track your progress and reinforces your commitment to your assumptions. Review your entries regularly, celebrating your achievements and recognizing the shifts in your mindset. Your journal becomes a mirror, reflecting the growth you are experiencing as you step into your power. Additionally, embrace the concept of living in the end. This idea centers on the belief that you must act and think as though your desires are already fulfilled. If you aspire to be wealthy, behave as though you are already wealthy. Make decisions from that place of abundance. This might mean investing in yourself, treating yourself to experiences that align with your vision, or adopting a mindset of confidence and self-assurance. By embodying the energy of your desires, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. Gratitude remains a cornerstone of this transformative process. Expressing gratitude is not just a practice, it is a state of being. When you cultivate a mindset of appreciation, you shift your focus from what you lack to the abundance that surrounds you. Each day, take a moment to reflect on what you are grateful for, no matter how small. This simple practice elevates your vibration and attracts more of what you desire. Gratitude opens the floodgates of abundance, allowing blessings to flow freely into your life. As you continue to immerse yourself in these practices, remember that consistency is key. The journey of manifestation requires dedication and persistence. Commit to your vision and do not waver in your beliefs. Even on days when doubts arise, return to your affirmations and visualizations. Reinforce your assumptions with unwavering faith. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to align your thoughts and feelings with your desired reality. Another aspect to consider is the role of the subconscious mind in this process. Your subconscious mind is a powerful ally in manifesting your desires. It operates below the level of conscious awareness, influencing your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. By consistently affirming your beliefs and visualizing your desired reality, you gradually reprogram your subconscious. This reprogramming creates a new foundation for your thoughts and actions, aligning them with your goals. To facilitate this process, engage in techniques that promote relaxation and openness. Meditation, for instance, can be an effective tool for quieting the mind and accessing the deeper layers of your subconscious. In a calm state, visualize your desires as if they have already manifested. Feel the emotions associated with your success. This practice reinforces the beliefs you are cultivating and deepens the connection between your conscious and subconscious mind. Moreover, let us explore the concept of synchronicity. As you align your beliefs with your desires, you may begin to notice patterns and coincidences in your life. These synchronicities are the universe's way of affirming that you are on the right path. Pay attention to the signs and signals that come your way. They may be subtle, but they are guiding you toward opportunities that align with your vision. Trust in the timing of your journey and remain open to the possibilities that unfold. As you grow in your understanding of these principles, remember that the journey is uniquely yours. Each individual's path to abundance is different, shaped by their beliefs, experiences, and desires. Embrace your uniqueness and honor your journey. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that every experience contributes to your growth and evolution. Additionally, seek inspiration from the stories of others who have transformed their lives through the power of belief and assumption. Read biographies of individuals who have overcome adversity and achieved remarkable success. Their journeys can serve as a source of motivation, reminding you that you too possess the power to create change in your life. Surround yourself with uplifting content, books, podcasts, videos that reinforce the principles you are embracing. As you continue to cultivate your vision of abundance, let go of the notion of competition. The world is not a zero-sum game. There is enough abundance for everyone. When you release the idea that others' success diminishes your own, you create space for collaboration and support. Celebrate the achievements of others and allow their success to inspire your own journey. Together we can uplift one another, creating a community of abundance and support. As you navigate the complexities of life, remember to practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself on this journey. There will be ups and downs, moments of doubt and moments of triumph. Acknowledge your progress and celebrate your growth. Embrace the lessons that come your way, for they are stepping stones toward your desired reality. Trust that every experience serves a purpose, guiding you closer to the life you envision. In this transformative journey, you have the power to ignore the limitations of your current reality and step into the abundance that awaits you. By embracing the principles of assumption, visualization, gratitude, and inspired action, you can create a life that reflects your deepest desires. The secret lies within you, waiting to be unlocked. Embrace your creative power, trust in the process, and allow the universe to unfold the richness of your dreams before you. As you step into this reality, know that you are deserving of all the abundance life has to offer. Your journey is just beginning, and the possibilities are endless. As you continue to refine your understanding of these principles, it's essential to delve deeper into the concept of belief and its transformative power. Beliefs act as the foundation upon which your reality is constructed. They shape your perceptions, inform your decisions, and dictate your actions. If you believe that wealth and abundance are within your reach, you will naturally gravitate toward opportunities that align with those beliefs. Conversely, if you harbor doubts about your ability to achieve financial success, you may inadvertently sabotage your efforts. Now, to harness the power of belief, engage in a practice of introspection. Identify the beliefs that have shaped your understanding of money and success. Are they empowering or limiting? Take the time to challenge and reframe any negative beliefs that no longer serve you. Replace them with affirmations that reflect your desired reality. For instance, if you find yourself thinking, "I will never be rich," reframe that thought into, "I am attracting wealth into my life." This shift in mindset is crucial, as it sets the stage for the manifestation of your desires. Alongside belief, the principle of feeling plays a pivotal role in your journey toward abundance. Feelings are the energetic expressions of your thoughts and beliefs. They create a vibrational frequency that communicates with the universe. To attract wealth and success, you must cultivate feelings of abundance, joy, and gratitude. Engage in practices that elevate your emotional state. This could involve visualization, where you immerse yourself in the sensations of achieving your goals, or gratitude exercises, where you reflect on the abundance already present in your life. Imagine the exhilaration of financial freedom, the joy of traveling to your dream destinations, the peace of mind that comes with being debt-free, or the satisfaction of giving back to your community. Allow yourself to fully experience these feelings and let them guide your actions. When you resonate with these positive emotions, you send a clear message to the universe that you are ready to receive. As you immerse yourself in this process, consider the significance of forgiveness. Holding on to past grievances or regrets can create energetic blockages that hinder your ability to manifest abundance. Forgiveness is not about condoning past actions, rather, it is about releasing the weight of resentment and allowing yourself to move forward. Reflect on any experiences that may be holding you back. Acknowledge them, process your emotions, and then let them go. As you release these burdens, you create space for new opportunities and positive experiences to flow into your life. Moreover, the practice of self-love is integral to your journey. Recognizing your worthiness and treating yourself with kindness cultivates an environment conducive to abundance. When you truly love and accept yourself, you radiate a magnetic energy that attracts positive experiences and relationships. Engage in acts of self-care that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. This could be as simple as taking a walk in nature, indulging in a favorite hobby, or spending time with loved ones. Each act of self-love reinforces your belief in your deservingness of abundance and success. In your quest for financial prosperity, consider the importance of financial literacy. Understanding the mechanics of money, how to manage it, invest it, and grow it empowers you to make informed decisions. Educate yourself about personal finance, budgeting, and investment strategies. This knowledge not only boosts your confidence but also enables you to take actionable steps toward achieving your financial goals. As you become more financially savvy, you will find yourself making choices that align with your vision of abundance. As you cultivate your awareness of financial matters, it's also essential to develop a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. The world is filled with opportunities, and there is more than enough to go around. Challenge any scarcity mindset that suggests there isn't enough wealth or success to go around. Instead, embrace the belief that wealth is abundant and accessible. This mindset shift will open your eyes to opportunities that may have previously gone unnoticed. In addition to developing your mindset, consider the power of networking and collaboration. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals who share your aspirations can create a supportive community that fosters growth and opportunity. Attend events, workshops, or seminars where you can connect with others on similar paths. Share your goals, seek advice, and collaborate on projects. Together, you can amplify your efforts and create a collective momentum toward success. As you navigate this journey, it's also important to recognize the role of patience. Manifestation is not always an instantaneous process. It often requires time and persistence. Trust in the timing of your journey and remember that every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Celebrate the small victories along the way, for they are indicators of your progress. In moments of doubt or frustration, return to your affirmations and visualizations. Reconnect with the feelings of abundance and success that fuel your motivation. Understand that setbacks are a natural part of the journey. They are opportunities to learn, adapt, and strengthen your resolve. Embrace the challenges, for they contribute to your growth and understanding of the manifestation process. Consider the importance of gratitude in maintaining a positive mindset. Gratitude is a powerful emotional state that enhances your vibration and attracts more abundance into your life. Each day, take time to express gratitude for the blessings you already possess, no matter how small. This could be as simple as appreciating a warm cup of coffee, a beautiful sunrise, or a supportive friend. As you cultivate a habit of gratitude, you shift your focus away from what is lacking and toward the richness of your life. As you continue to explore these concepts, remember to engage with the world around you. Be open to the experiences and lessons that life presents. Life is a dynamic journey, and your path to abundance may take unexpected turns. Embrace the twists and turns with an open heart and a willingness to learn. Each experience contributes to your understanding and growth. Consider the power of creativity in your manifestation process. Engaging in creative pursuits can open channels of inspiration and intuition. Whether it's writing, painting, dancing, or any other form of artistic expression, allow yourself to explore your creativity. Creativity is a direct expression of your soul and can help you connect with your inner desires and aspirations. It serves as a reminder that you are a co-creator of your reality, capable of bringing forth the abundance you seek. Let us also explore the concept of alignment. Aligning your actions with your beliefs and desires is crucial in the manifestation process. Take time to assess whether your daily actions reflect your vision of abundance. If you desire financial freedom, are your spending habits in alignment with that goal? If you seek to create a positive impact in the world, are you taking steps toward that aspiration? Alignment fosters authenticity and strengthens your connection to your desired reality. In this journey, the practice of mindfulness can be an invaluable tool. Mindfulness encourages you to be present in the moment, to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, you become more aware of your internal dialogue and the beliefs that shape your reality. This awareness empowers you to make conscious choices aligned with your desired outcomes. Engage in mindfulness practices such as meditation or deep breathing exercises. Allow yourself to be fully present in each moment and notice how your thoughts and emotions influence your experiences. As you deepen your understanding of these principles, it's essential to remember that your thoughts are not isolated events, they create ripples in the fabric of reality. Your mental landscape shapes the external world around you. Therefore, take care to curate your thoughts and beliefs intentionally. This means consciously choosing to focus on positive, empowering thoughts that align with your desires. When negative thoughts arise, acknowledge them but do not dwell on them. Instead, redirect your focus to thoughts that uplift and inspire. Moreover, recognize that self-doubt is a common experience on the journey to success. It's important to understand that self-doubt does not define your worth or potential. Acknowledge it as a natural part of the human experience and choose to rise above it. When faced with self-doubt, remind yourself of your past achievements and the evidence of your capabilities. Build a repertoire of affirmations that counter self-doubt, reinforcing your confidence and belief in your ability to achieve your goals. As you navigate this path, embrace the idea of resilience. Life may present challenges and setbacks, but your ability to adapt and persevere is a testament to your strength. Each challenge serves as an opportunity for growth, helping you to refine your skills and deepen your understanding of yourself. Embrace resilience as a core principle in your journey toward abundance. Recognize that you have the capacity to rise above adversity and continue moving forward with determination and faith. In addition to resilience, consider the importance of balance in your life. While pursuing your goals and dreams, it's essential to maintain a sense of balance and harmony. Strive to nurture your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Engage in activities that rejuvenate you, foster meaningful connections, and promote a sense of fulfillment. Balance creates a solid foundation for your journey, enabling you to navigate challenges with grace and clarity. As you move forward, continue to explore the concept of abundance in all its forms. Abundance is not limited to financial wealth, it encompasses health, love, joy, and fulfillment. Embrace the idea that abundance is a holistic experience, and seek to cultivate a rich and fulfilling life in every aspect. Celebrate the abundance already present in your life and remain open to receiving even more. As you embrace this transformative journey, trust in the inherent power within you. You possess the ability to shape your reality and manifest your desires. The journey may require dedication, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace change, but the rewards are immeasurable. Step boldly into your vision of abundance, knowing that you are worthy of all the richness life has to offer. Embrace your power as a creator, and let the universe guide you on this extraordinary journey toward financial prosperity and fulfillment. The life you envision is not only possible, it is your destiny waiting to unfold. As you delve deeper into this transformative journey, remember that your experiences shape not only your understanding of wealth, but also your overall outlook on life. Each moment presents an opportunity for growth, reflection, and the cultivation of the mindset necessary for abundance. Embrace the idea that your journey is uniquely yours. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to manifestation. What works for one may not resonate with another, and that is perfectly acceptable. This individuality is a beautiful aspect of your experience. You are encouraged to explore what aligns with your authentic self. Whether through journaling, meditating, or engaging in creative pursuits, find the methods that resonate with you. As you do this, you will cultivate a deeper connection to your inner self, a crucial element in manifesting the life you desire. Engage with your subconscious mind as you explore these practices. Your subconscious is a powerful ally in this process, often operating below the level of conscious awareness. It houses your beliefs, fears, and desires, influencing your reality in profound ways. To tap into this power, consider using techniques such as visualization and affirmation. Visualization is an incredibly potent tool that allows you to see, feel, and experience your desires as though they are already yours. Picture yourself living in abundance. What does that look like? What emotions arise within you? Allow yourself to become immersed in this experience as if it is your present reality. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, and feel? Affirmations serve as a bridge to your subconscious, planting seeds of belief that can flourish into your reality. Create a list of affirmations that resonate with your desires, repeating them daily to reinforce your intentions. For instance, affirmations like "I am worthy of financial abundance" or "wealth flows effortlessly into my life" can become powerful declarations that shape your mindset. As you cultivate this mindset, consider the importance of inspired action. Manifestation is not solely a process of thought and belief, it also requires action aligned with your desires. When opportunities arise, embrace them with enthusiasm and confidence. This could involve pursuing new business ventures, investing in yourself through education, or networking with individuals who inspire you. Each action taken in alignment with your vision propels you closer to your goals. In your pursuit of abundance, recognize the significance of your environment. Your surroundings can greatly influence your mindset and emotional state. Surround yourself with positivity, whether through uplifting literature, inspirational podcasts, or supportive relationships. Create a space that reflects your aspirations and fuels your motivation. This environment becomes a sanctuary that nurtures your dreams and aspirations. Moreover, engage in continuous self-reflection. Regularly assess your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Are they in alignment with your vision of abundance? If not, take the time to recalibrate. Self-reflection allows you to stay attuned to your inner guidance, ensuring that you remain focused on your goals. It also fosters a deeper understanding of the patterns that may be holding you back, empowering you to break free from limitations. As you navigate this transformative path, embrace the idea of contribution. Abundance is not solely about what you receive, it also encompasses what you give. Consider how you can contribute to the well-being of others and your community. Whether through acts of kindness, sharing your knowledge, or supporting charitable causes, your contributions create a ripple effect that enhances your own abundance. The law of assumption emphasizes the importance of believing in the reality of your desires before they manifest. It encourages you to act as if you have already achieved your goals. This is not merely wishful thinking, it is a deliberate choice to embody the energy of your desired state. When you assume the feeling of being wealthy or successful, you align your vibration with that of your desires. It is essential to understand that assumptions shape your reality in profound ways. Your subconscious mind accepts your assumptions as truth, and in doing so, it begins to align your experiences with those beliefs. This alignment can lead to synchronicities, unexpected opportunities, and a flow of abundance that may seem almost magical. The key is to remain steadfast in your assumptions, even in the face of external evidence that may suggest otherwise. As you practice this law, recognize the importance of detaching from the timeline of your desires. Trust that the universe operates on its own schedule, and sometimes what you desire may take longer to manifest than you anticipated. Detachment does not mean giving up on your goals, rather it means releasing the need to control the outcome. By surrendering your attachment to a specific timeline, you create space for the universe to work its magic. Cultivating patience is essential during this process. The journey toward abundance may involve moments of uncertainty and frustration. However, remember that every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Celebrate your progress and embrace the lessons that come your way. These experiences contribute to your growth and understanding of the manifestation process. In addition to patience, maintain an attitude of curiosity. Approach your journey with an open mind and a willingness to learn. Each experience, whether perceived as positive or negative, offers valuable insights. When faced with challenges, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This mindset fosters resilience and empowers you to navigate obstacles with grace. Furthermore, explore the concept of gratitude as a daily practice. Gratitude amplifies your connection to abundance and enhances your overall well-being. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the blessings in your life, no matter how small. This practice shifts your focus from lack to abundance, reinforcing the belief that you are deserving of all the good that comes your way. As you cultivate gratitude, consider the importance of celebrating your successes, both big and small. Acknowledge your achievements and recognize the effort you put into manifesting your desires. Celebration is a powerful energy that reinforces your progress and encourages you to continue moving forward. Seek to understand the deeper significance of your desires. What do you truly want to achieve and why? Often beneath the surface of financial desires lie deeper emotional or spiritual aspirations. Reflect on how your goals align with your values and purpose. When your desires resonate with your authentic self, they become powerful motivators that propel you towards success. As you deepen your understanding of your desires, take the time to visualize the impact of achieving your goals. How will your life change? What will it mean for your relationships, your health, and your sense of fulfillment? Visualizing the broader impact of your success helps you connect with the emotional core of your aspirations, creating a compelling reason to pursue them wholeheartedly. Engage in practices that nurture your well-being. Self-care is essential in maintaining a balanced and positive mindset. Whether it's through exercise, meditation, spending time in nature, or engaging in hobbies, prioritize activities that rejuvenate your spirit. When you take care of yourself, you create a solid foundation for manifesting your desires. As you embark on this journey, understand that your experiences are unique to you. Embrace the lessons that life presents and recognize that they contribute to your growth and understanding. Allow yourself to be guided by your intuition and inner wisdom. Trust your instincts as you navigate opportunities, challenges, and decisions. Your intuition is a powerful compass that can lead you toward the paths that resonate with your goals. Listen to your inner voice and honor the guidance it provides. Remember that the journey toward abundance is not solely about the destination. It is a rich tapestry of experiences, growth, and self-discovery. Embrace the process with an open heart and a willingness to learn. Your journey will unfold in beautiful and unexpected ways, guiding you toward a life of fulfillment and abundance beyond your wildest dreams. In this ever-evolving journey, trust in the innate power within you. You are a creator capable of shaping your reality and manifesting your deepest desires. Embrace this journey with courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in your potential. Each day is a new opportunity to step into the abundant life you envision, and with each step you draw closer to the reality that is yours to claim. As you embrace this journey, remember that you are never alone. The universe is conspiring in your favor, guiding you toward the life you were meant to live. Allow yourself to step boldly into the fullness of your potential and watch as your dreams manifest before your very eyes. As you continue to explore the depths of your manifestation journey, consider the power of your emotional state. Emotions are vibrational frequencies that resonate with the universe. When you cultivate positive emotions, joy, gratitude, excitement, you elevate your energetic state, attracting experiences that mirror those feelings. Pay attention to your emotional landscape and consciously choose thoughts and actions that align with the abundance you desire. Recognize that life is a mirror reflecting your beliefs and assumptions. If you find yourself faced with challenges or obstacles, examine the underlying beliefs that may be contributing to these experiences. This reflection is not meant to instill guilt, but to empower you to recognize your agency in shaping your reality. You have the power to rewrite the narrative that has kept you from fully embracing abundance. Engage in practices that support emotional healing and growth. This may involve confronting fears, forgiving past mistakes, or releasing limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. Such inner work is crucial in clearing the path for new opportunities and experiences. Journaling can be an excellent tool for processing emotions and gaining clarity. Write freely, allowing your thoughts and feelings to flow onto the page. This practice can illuminate patterns and insights that guide your growth. Understand that abundance is a state of mind. It is not merely the accumulation of wealth, but a holistic experience encompassing your relationships, health, and overall well-being. When you adopt an abundance mindset, you begin to see opportunities in every situation. You recognize that challenges are not barriers, but stepping stones toward growth and expansion. This shift in perspective opens doors to creative solutions and possibilities that may have previously eluded you. To cultivate this abundance mindset, surround yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. Engage in conversations that encourage growth and exploration. Join communities that resonate with your aspirations, whether in person or online. Being in the company of like-minded individuals fosters a sense of belonging and support. You will find motivation and encouragement in shared experiences, propelling you further along your path. As you explore the dynamics of your relationships, consider how they influence your journey toward abundance. The people you interact with can either empower you or drain your energy. Reflect on the relationships that nourish your spirit and those that may hold you back. While it is essential to nurture connections, it is equally important to establish boundaries. Protect your energy and prioritize relationships that align with your vision of abundance. In moments of doubt or uncertainty, return to the practices that ground you in your beliefs. Visualizations, affirmations, and gratitude can serve as anchors during challenging times. Whenever you find yourself questioning your abilities or the feasibility of your dreams, remind yourself of the transformative power of your thoughts. Every thought you entertain contributes to the reality you are creating. Embrace the power of persistence. Manifestation is not always an instantaneous process. It requires dedication and resilience. There may be moments when you feel tempted to abandon your dreams due to setbacks or obstacles. In such instances, remind yourself that challenges are part of the journey. They are opportunities for growth, refining your vision, and deepening your understanding of the manifestation process. Consider the impact of self-talk on your journey. The internal dialogue you engage in shapes your beliefs and expectations. Be mindful of the words you use when speaking to yourself. Replace self-criticism with compassion and encouragement. Affirm your strengths and capabilities. Each positive affirmation strengthens your belief in yourself, aligning your energy with the abundance you seek. As you navigate this journey, be open to inspiration. Inspiration can arise from unexpected places: a book, a conversation, a moment of quiet reflection. Stay attuned to the signs and messages that come your way. Often the universe communicates through subtle nudges or synchronicities, guiding you toward your next steps. Trust your intuition and follow the breadcrumbs that lead you closer to your desires. Consider also the role of creativity in your manifestation journey. Engaging in creative pursuits allows you to tap into your innate potential and express your unique gifts. Whether through art, writing, music, or any other form of creativity, these expressions become avenues for exploration and self-discovery. As you immerse yourself in creative endeavors, you release the constraints of limitation and invite abundance into your life. Establish a daily practice of reflection and intention setting. Each morning, take a few moments to visualize your goals, affirm your intentions, and cultivate a mindset of gratitude. This practice sets a positive tone for the day ahead, aligning your energy with the abundance you wish to attract. Throughout the day, return to your intentions and remind yourself of the feelings associated with your desired reality. In moments of stillness, allow yourself to connect with your inner wisdom. Meditation can be a powerful tool for this connection. Spend time in quiet contemplation, allowing your thoughts to settle and your inner voice to emerge. This connection fosters clarity, guidance, and a deeper understanding of your path. Remember that your journey is uniquely yours. Avoid comparing your progress to others, for each person's path is distinct. Embrace the individuality of your experience, recognizing that your growth unfolds in perfect timing. Celebrate the small victories and milestones along the way. Each step forward is a testament to your commitment to your vision. As you progress, remain open to the possibility of redefining your goals. As you grow and evolve, your desires may shift or expand. This is a natural part of the process. Allow yourself the freedom to explore new avenues and aspirations that resonate with your evolving self. Embrace change as an essential aspect of your journey, trusting that each new desire aligns with your highest potential. Acknowledge the importance of self-compassion. On this path, there may be times of doubt, frustration, or setbacks. Instead of being harsh with yourself, cultivate a sense of understanding and compassion. Recognize that growth often involves discomfort, and that is perfectly normal. Embrace the lessons that arise from challenging experiences, for they contribute to your resilience and wisdom. Engage in practices that nourish your soul. Whether it's spending time in nature, pursuing hobbies, or connecting with loved ones, prioritize activities that bring you joy. When you engage in experiences that uplift your spirit, you cultivate a vibrational frequency that attracts abundance. Your energy becomes a magnet for positive experiences and opportunities. As you continue this journey, remain grounded in your vision while being flexible to the unfolding of your path. Life may present unexpected twists and turns, but trust that these experiences are part of the divine design. Embrace the unknown with curiosity and a sense of adventure. Each moment holds the potential for growth and transformation. As you cultivate your manifestation practice, also consider the significance of service. Giving back to others, contributing to the well-being of your community enriches your own experience of abundance. Acts of kindness and generosity create a cycle of positive energy that flows back to you. Whether through volunteering, sharing your knowledge, or supporting charitable causes, find ways to contribute to the greater good. Your mindset plays a pivotal role in how you perceive and experience abundance. Shifting from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance opens doors to new possibilities. Embrace the belief that there is enough for everyone, including you. This shift in perception creates a fertile ground for attracting wealth and opportunities. Remember that abundance is not solely about financial wealth. It encompasses all aspects of life, health, relationships, creativity, and joy. When you embrace a holistic view of abundance, you open yourself to a richer experience of life. Celebrate the abundance that exists in various forms around you. As you navigate your journey, take time to express gratitude not only for what you have but also for what is yet to come. Gratitude amplifies your energy and aligns you with the frequency of abundance. Each day, cultivate a practice of gratitude, acknowledging the blessings in your life and the opportunities on the horizon. Trust that your efforts will bear fruit. Manifestation is a dynamic process that requires patience, commitment, and belief in your potential. Embrace the uncertainty of the journey, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to the life you envision. As you move forward, stay connected to your inner vision. Create a vision board or engage in visualization exercises that remind you of your goals and aspirations. This visual representation serves as a constant reminder of your desires, keeping your energy aligned with your intentions. In moments of doubt, return to the core beliefs that underpin your journey. Reaffirm your commitment to your vision and the practices that support your manifestation process. Surround yourself with affirmations, quotes, and imagery that inspire and uplift you. These reminders reinforce your belief in your ability to create the life you desire. Engage in acts of self-kindness. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate the ups and downs of your journey. Celebrate your progress, acknowledge your efforts, and honor your feelings. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a testament to your courage and commitment. As you cultivate this mindset, remember that you are a powerful creator. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions shape your reality. Embrace the responsibility that comes with this power, using it wisely and intentionally. Trust in your ability to manifest your desires and create a life of abundance and fulfillment. In this journey, remain open to the unexpected gifts that come your way. Life has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. Embrace the synchronicities, opportunities, and moments of inspiration that arise. Trust that the universe is working in your favor, guiding you toward the realization of your dreams. As you continue to explore the nuances of your manifestation journey, remember to engage in self-reflection. Regularly assess your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions. Are they aligned with the life you desire? If not, take the time to recalibrate and adjust your mindset. This practice of self-awareness fosters growth and empowers you to stay true to your intentions. Allow yourself the freedom to dream big. Let go of limitations and embrace the possibility of what can be. As you expand your vision, invite abundance into every area of your life. Embrace the idea that you are worthy of all the good that life has to offer. In moments of challenge, remember the power of your thoughts. Shift your focus from fear to faith. Visualize the outcomes you desire, and feel the emotions associated with those outcomes as if they are already happening. This alignment of thought and feeling creates a magnetic pull toward your dreams. As you journey forward, cultivate a spirit of curiosity and exploration. Be willing to try new things, step outside your comfort zone, and embrace the unknown. Each experience contributes to your growth and understanding of the manifestation process. Trust in your journey and remember that you are not alone. The universe is conspiring in your favor, supporting you every step of the way. Embrace the beauty of your journey and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Your manifestations are on the horizon, waiting to unfold in perfect timing. As we draw this exploration to a close, remember that the journey of manifestation is as much about the process as it is about the destination. Embrace the power within you to shape your reality through your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. The law of assumption invites you to live as though your desires are already fulfilled, fostering a mindset that attracts abundance in all its forms. Allow yourself to bask in the richness of your potential. Each thought you nurture and each feeling you embrace creates ripples in the fabric of reality. Trust in your ability to ignore the limitations of the present and step boldly into the life you envision. You are the architect of your destiny, and every moment presents an opportunity to align with the abundance that is your birthright. As you move forward, carry with you the understanding that challenges are merely stepping stones on the path to your dreams. Embrace the ebb and flow of your journey, knowing that every experience contributes to your growth and expansion. Stay connected to your vision, remain open to inspiration, and practice gratitude for the myriad of blessings that surround you. In this dance of creation, remember that you are supported by the universe and guided by your intuition. Trust the process, nurture your dreams, and allow yourself to be a magnet for all that you desire. With unwavering faith and commitment, you can ignore the reality of limitations and step into the realm of infinite possibilities. Your journey toward abundance is unfolding, and the best is yet to come. Embrace it fully, and watch as your dreams manifest into reality. In the quiet of our hearts, we often search for answers, desperate to find a way out of the challenges that seem so vast, so consuming. Yet amid these storms, it is not our problems that hold the answer, but our attention to God. If we shift our focus from what frightens us to the one who created us, we open a path to peace that surpasses all understanding. This is the invitation to look beyond the limits of the visible world and to embrace a reality where God's power guides every step. The difficulties we face are shadows cast by our own minds. We give them weight, meaning, and presence. But when we look instead to God, we find that He is not bound by these shadows. Our faith in Him is the key to unlocking a new vision, a vision in which our challenges lose their authority. By focusing on God, we discover the truth that His strength, His love, and His wisdom are infinitely greater than any hardship we may face. Imagine for a moment that your heart is a mirror, reflecting either the fears of your mind or the presence of God. When we choose to reflect God, our troubles shrink in the light of His greatness. He did not create us to live in anxiety or fear. He calls us to live in peace, knowing that we are held in His hands, surrounded by His love. If we fill our thoughts with this truth, our spirit rises above every circumstance. To focus on God is to be intentional, to lift our gaze above the horizon of our problems and look towards His promises. Every time we choose to see Him instead of our struggle, we create a powerful shift within ourselves. The more we practice this, the stronger our spirit grows, until we are no longer shaken by the world around us. Our circumstances may remain, but their hold over us dissolves, replaced by a steadfast faith that God's purpose will prevail. Our minds are like gardens, and whatever we plant, they will grow. If we plant seeds of worry, we will harvest fear. But if we plant faith in God, even the smallest seed will grow into a mighty tree of confidence and peace. When we nourish our thoughts with His presence, we build a foundation that no storm can shake. It is not about the size of our faith, it is about where we place it. Even the smallest faith directed toward God will carry us through the deepest waters. The beauty of focusing on God is that it is a choice we can make every moment. We do not need perfect conditions, and we do not need to have all the answers. In fact, God often moves most powerfully in our lives when we surrender our need to control and simply rest in His guidance. Each moment spent in this surrender brings us closer to His heart, where we find strength we never knew we had. When we make God the center of our lives, we step into a realm of infinite possibility. He calls us not to focus on what we lack, but on what He has promised. His grace is sufficient, and His love endures through every trial. There is no problem too great for Him, no burden too heavy for Him to bear. We are invited to lay down our worries, to release our fears, and to trust that He is always working, even when we cannot see it. As we deepen our focus on God, our lives transform. Our hearts grow calm, our minds clear, and our path becomes illuminated by His light. Through every storm, we remember that we are never alone. God is with us, guiding us, carrying us, and filling us with the assurance that in His presence there is peace that no trouble can disturb. In the tapestry of life, each thread is woven with intention, and the beauty of our existence is found in the moments we choose to lean into God instead of our problems. Every day we are faced with choices that define our journey. We can allow the weight of our struggles to overshadow our view of God, or we can choose to see Him as the ultimate source of our strength and solace. The first step in this transformative journey is to acknowledge that our focus determines our experience. When we fixate on the issues we encounter, they loom larger, casting long shadows over our joy and peace. But when we consciously redirect our attention to God, we invite light into those shadows, illuminating the path forward. Consider the stories of those who walked with God through trials. The figures from Scripture, like David and Daniel, faced overwhelming odds. David, a shepherd boy turned king, confronted the giant Goliath not by focusing on the size of the foe, but on the greatness of his God. He declared, "The battle is the Lord's," shifting the perspective from his limitations to God's limitless power. Daniel, in the lion's den, didn't dwell on the ferocity of the beasts surrounding him. Instead, he remained steadfast in prayer, trusting that God's presence would shield him. In both cases, their focus on God transformed their fear into faith and their problems into testimonies of God's unfailing love. In our modern lives, the distractions and challenges may differ, but the principle remains the same. We encounter bills that pile up, relationships that strain, and uncertainties that nag at our minds. Yet we must remember that our circumstances do not define us. It is how we respond to these challenges that shapes our character and reveals the depth of our faith. Every moment spent in worry or despair is a moment we could have spent resting in God's promises. His word assures us that He cares for us, that we are never forsaken, and that His plans for us are for good, to give us a future and a hope. We must cultivate an awareness of God's presence in every facet of our lives. This awareness requires intentionality. It is not a passive endeavor, but an active choice to engage with Him. Through prayer, meditation, and the study of Scripture, we can deepen our relationship with God, inviting Him into our daily struggles. Imagine waking up each morning with the first thought on your mind being an acknowledgement of His presence. Instead of diving straight into the day's demands, take a moment to center your thoughts on Him. Invite Him into your plans, your worries, and your aspirations. This simple practice can radically alter how you navigate the world. There is immense power in gratitude as well. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we shift our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Gratitude opens our hearts and minds to recognize the countless blessings that surround us, even amidst difficulties. It is easy to become consumed by what is wrong, but when we deliberately count our blessings, our health, our loved ones, the beauty of nature, we begin to see God's fingerprints all over our lives. This shift in perspective diminishes the power of our problems, allowing us to see them through the lens of His faithfulness. Consider the practice of journaling as a way to solidify this focus on God. Writing down our thoughts, prayers, and reflections can be a powerful tool for spiritual growth. As we put pen to paper, we can articulate our fears, doubts, and concerns, and then counter them with the truth of God's Word. By documenting moments of God's faithfulness in our lives, we create a tangible reminder of His goodness that we can revisit in times of trouble. Journaling encourages us to reflect, helping us recognize patterns of worry and the moments when God intervened, providing clarity and direction. As we nurture this relationship with God, we begin to understand the importance of community. Surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals who share a faith in God can bolster our spirits and provide encouragement when we falter. In times of trial, we can lean on each other, sharing our burdens and lifting one another up in prayer. The beauty of community lies in its ability to remind us of God's presence when we struggle to see it ourselves. Together we can focus on God, not our problems, and inspire one another to trust in His unfailing love. We must recognize the importance of aligning our thoughts with God's truth. The world bombards us with messages that can lead to fear, doubt, and insecurity. Social media, news outlets, and even conversations can fill our minds with negativity, steering our focus away from God. Therefore, it is essential to intentionally filter what we consume, both in terms of media and the conversations we engage in. Surrounding ourselves with uplifting content, books, podcasts, sermons can nourish our faith and keep our focus directed toward God. The practice of worship also plays a crucial role in maintaining our focus. Music has a profound ability to transcend our circumstances and connect us to God's heart. When we engage in worship, we declare His greatness and reaffirm our trust in His ability to overcome our struggles. Singing praises not only uplifts our spirits, but also reinforces our belief in God's promises. Worship transforms our perspective, inviting us to shift our gaze from the chaos of our problems to the calm assurance of His presence. Each day presents new opportunities to practice focusing on God rather than our challenges. It could be as simple as taking a walk in nature, allowing the beauty of creation to remind us of the Creator. In these moments, we can reflect on His greatness, recognizing that if He can create the vastness of the universe, He can surely handle our troubles. Nature becomes a canvas on which we can see the artistry of God, illustrating His power and love for us in every sunset, every gentle breeze, and every star that fills the night sky. Prayer serves as a vital lifeline, connecting us to God and providing a space for open communication. Through prayer, we can express our fears, doubts, and desires, while also listening for His guidance. It is in the quiet moments of prayer that we often receive clarity and direction. Rather than presenting a list of demands, we can approach prayer as an opportunity for dialogue, seeking His wisdom and understanding in our situations. This practice fosters a deepened reliance on God, cultivating trust that transcends our immediate circumstances. In moments of distress, remind yourself of the power of affirmations rooted in God's Word. Speaking truth over our lives shifts our mindset and aligns our hearts with God's promises. Phrases such as "I am fearfully and wonderfully made" or "God is my refuge and strength" reinforce the reality of His presence in our lives. These affirmations, when spoken with conviction, can act as shields against the onslaught of negative thoughts and emotions, reminding us of our identity in Christ. When we face adversity, let us remember the importance of perseverance. Trials are not meant to break us, they are opportunities for growth. Focusing on God during these times strengthens our faith and equips us with resilience. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone, propelling us closer to our purpose. Instead of allowing fear to paralyze us, we can embrace the transformative power of God's presence, knowing that He is refining us in the fire of our difficulties. As we cultivate this focus on God, we begin to experience the freedom that comes from surrender. Letting go of our need to control every outcome releases the burden of worry. We can find rest in knowing that God is sovereign, working all things for our good. This surrender is not a sign of weakness, but an act of faith, acknowledging that we cannot navigate life's complexities on our own. It is in our vulnerability that we discover the strength of His grace, providing us with courage to face whatever lies ahead. In moments of doubt, when our focus begins to waver, we can return to the testimonies of those who have walked this path before us. The stories of faith and resilience found in Scripture serve as a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles. Just as God was faithful to the saints of old, He remains faithful to us today. Their journeys teach us that the heart of God beats in sync with our own, always ready to lift us from despair and into the light of His love. When we embrace a life focused on God, we cultivate an environment where miracles can flourish. The impossible becomes possible when we shift our gaze from our limitations to His infinite capabilities. Each day is an opportunity to witness God's hand at work, orchestrating events in ways we may not yet comprehend. This perspective empowers us to approach life with a sense of expectation, anticipating the good that is yet to come. As we embark on this journey of focusing on God, let us also practice patience. The world around us often clamors for immediate results, but God's timing is perfect. There is a divine rhythm to life, and learning to move in sync with it requires trust. When we feel overwhelmed, we can pause and remind ourselves that God is in control. His plans unfold in their own time, and our role is to remain faithful and steadfast in our pursuit of Him. Each step we take toward focusing on God opens doors to new possibilities. The burdens we carry begin to feel lighter, and the clarity we gain reveals paths previously obscured by doubt and fear. We come to understand that God desires us to thrive, to live abundant lives filled with His joy and peace. By aligning our hearts and minds with Him, we become vessels of His love, radiating hope to those around us. Let us also embrace the power of service. By shifting our focus from our own challenges to the needs of others, we can experience profound joy and fulfillment. When we serve, we become instruments of God's love, reflecting His heart in tangible ways. This outward focus not only blesses those we serve, but also deepens our connection with God. In giving, we receive; in serving, we are served. In this journey of focusing on God, we must also remember the importance of self-compassion. We are human, prone to doubt and fear. Instead of harsh self-judgment, let us extend grace to ourselves, acknowledging that it is natural to struggle. God does not condemn us for our weaknesses, rather, He invites us to lean into His strength. When we stumble, we can rise again, fortified by His love, and continue to pursue Him with renewed determination. As we move forward, Let us hold fast to the assurance that God's love is unwavering. In the darkest moments, when our focus is clouded by despair, we can cling to the promise that He is with us, guiding us every step of the way. Each challenge becomes a canvas for His grace, a testament to His faithfulness that can inspire others on their own journeys. We can share our stories of triumph, not as a boast of our strength, but as a celebration of God's transformative power. The journey of focusing on God is a continuous process, a daily commitment to choose faith over fear. It requires us to be vigilant, to guard our hearts and minds against the distractions that threaten to pull us away from His presence. Each day presents an opportunity to realign our focus, to lift our eyes to the One who holds our future. In the end, we find that it is not merely about overcoming our problems, but about cultivating a deep, abiding relationship with God. In this relationship, we discover the true essence of life, a life filled with purpose, peace, and joy. As we learn to focus on Him, we uncover the beauty of His presence in our everyday lives, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. So let us embark on this journey together, embracing the power of focus and allowing God to be our guiding light. Let us cultivate a faith that transcends our circumstances, a faith that stands firm in the midst of trials, and a faith that celebrates the goodness of God in every season. In doing so, we become vessels of His love, radiating hope and light to a world in desperate need of His grace. To walk this path of focusing on God, we must first embrace the reality of our thoughts and emotions. Our minds often become battlegrounds, swayed by the chaos of daily life, and the demands that seek to pull us away from the tranquil assurance found in God's presence. Recognizing this, we must become intentional about our thought life. Scripture teaches us to take every thought captive, leading us to an understanding that our thoughts can either be a source of strength or a stumbling block in our faith journey. As we begin this practice of mindfulness in our spiritual lives, we must ask ourselves, what are we feeding our minds? Are we consuming messages that align with God's truth, or are we allowing negative narratives to seep in and take root? This awareness empowers us to create a mental environment that nurtures our relationship with God. When we meditate on His Word, we begin to transform our thoughts, reshaping them into declarations of hope, faith, and love. By consistently returning to Scripture, we reinforce our understanding of God's character and His promises, solidifying our focus on Him. In this journey, we can explore the concept of visualization as a powerful tool in focusing on God. Visualization, often touted in motivational circles, finds its roots in the biblical principle of seeing beyond our current circumstances. As we envision our lives infused with God's promises, peace in the midst of storms, joy despite challenges, we engage in a transformative practice that shifts our focus from the problems we face to the possibilities that lie ahead. This exercise of faith in action aligns our minds with God's vision for our lives. The act of surrender is essential in our journey of focusing on God. Surrendering our worries and fears to God does not signify defeat, rather, it is an acknowledgement of His sovereignty. When we hold tightly to our problems, we often find ourselves mired in anxiety and frustration. Yet, when we release our grip, trusting that God is in control, we open ourselves to the peace that surpasses understanding. This surrender is an invitation for God to work in our lives in ways that we could never orchestrate on our own. Embracing the power of prayer is another vital aspect of maintaining our focus on God. Prayer is not merely a ritual, it is a dynamic conversation with our Creator. In prayer, we express our desires, our fears, and our gratitude, but we also listen. God speaks to us in the stillness, guiding us toward clarity and understanding. As we pray, we align our hearts with His, inviting His wisdom to permeate our thoughts and decisions. This alignment allows us to see our problems through the lens of His infinite love and mercy. When we face trials, our instinct may be to complain, to express frustration, or to dwell in self-pity. However, what if we reframed our challenges as opportunities for growth? Each difficulty we encounter can serve as a catalyst for deeper faith. When we confront obstacles with a mindset of growth, we become more resilient. Our problems shift from being burdens to being stepping stones that propel us closer to God's heart. In this light, we learn to ask, what is God teaching me through this? Rather than being consumed by the weight of the challenge. In practicing this mindset shift, we can draw inspiration from nature. The resilience of trees in the face of storms serves as a beautiful metaphor for our own spiritual growth. Trees that endure harsh conditions often grow stronger, their roots reaching deeper into the earth for stability. Similarly, our faith can deepen in adversity. When we focus on God during these tumultuous times, we discover that our roots in Him grow stronger, anchoring us firmly in His love. As we cultivate this focus, it is important to surround ourselves with reminders of God's faithfulness. In our physical spaces, we can place scriptures, images, or symbols that reflect our faith. These tangible reminders can draw our attention back to God throughout the day, encouraging us to pause and recalibrate our thoughts. When we see these reminders, we are invited to reflect on His goodness, reinforcing our commitment to trust in His promises. Another practical approach is to create rituals that foster our focus on God. These rituals can range from morning devotions, where we intentionally spend time in prayer and scripture, to evening reflections, where we review the day and acknowledge God's presence in our lives. As we engage in these rituals, we form habits that deepen our relationship with Him, creating a rhythm of faith that becomes second nature. In the process of focusing on God, we also need to address the impact of our emotions. It is natural to experience a range of feelings, especially during challenging times. Instead of suppressing our emotions, we can learn to acknowledge and express them in God's presence. By bringing our feelings to Him, we invite healing and transformation. God desires us to be honest with Him, to lay our burdens at His feet, and to trust that He will provide comfort and guidance. As we navigate the complexities of life, we may find ourselves wrestling with doubt and uncertainty. It is essential to recognize that doubt does not disqualify our faith. In fact, wrestling with our doubts can lead to a deeper understanding of God's nature and His promises. Just as Jacob wrestled with God and emerged transformed, we too can engage in this struggle. God welcomes our questions and our search for understanding. In these moments of wrestling, we can emerge with a stronger faith, fortified by the realization that God is bigger than our doubts. The journey of focusing on God also involves a commitment to live in the present moment. Often we become preoccupied with the future or burdened by the past, diverting our attention from the here and now. Yet God invites us to experience His presence in the present. Each moment holds the potential for joy, connection, and revelation. By practicing mindfulness and gratitude, we can cultivate an awareness of the blessings surrounding us, allowing us to savor the richness of life that God has provided. As we grow in our focus on God, we discover that our problems begin to diminish in significance. The mountains that once seemed insurmountable become molehills in light of His greatness. When we encounter difficulties, we can approach them with a spirit of inquiry rather than fear. What lessons can be learned? How can we grow? This mindset fosters resilience and encourages a perspective rooted in hope. The practice of focusing on God transforms not only our inner lives but also our relationships with others. When we prioritize our connection with God, we become better equipped to love and serve those around us. Our interactions are infused with grace, compassion, and understanding. We learn to see others through God's eyes, recognizing their inherent worth and value. This perspective fosters unity and kindness, creating an environment where love can flourish. Engaging in acts of service can further amplify our focus on God. When we step outside of ourselves to serve others, we reflect God's love in tangible ways. Acts of kindness, whether big or small, create ripples of grace that can impact those around us. Each time we serve, we shift our focus from our own problems to the needs of others, experiencing the joy that comes from being a vessel of God's love. In moments of difficulty, we can also draw strength from worship. Music has the power to transcend our circumstances, lifting our spirits and redirecting our focus. When we engage in worship, whether through singing, playing an instrument, or listening to uplifting songs, we invite God's presence into our hearts. Worship allows us to declare His greatness, reminding us of His faithfulness and love. In this sacred space, our problems begin to shrink as we are enveloped in the warmth of His embrace. The act of fasting can also serve as a powerful tool for focusing on God. By intentionally stepping back from distractions, whether it be food, social media, or other activities, we create space for deeper connection with Him. Fasting allows us to confront our dependence on earthly things and refocus our attention on spiritual nourishment. As we fast, we invite God to fill the void, experiencing His presence in profound ways. As we navigate this journey of focusing on God, let us not forget the importance of patience. Growth is often a gradual process, requiring us to trust in God's timing. There may be moments of frustration, but these are opportunities to practice patience and perseverance. When we feel like our progress is slow, we can remind ourselves that God is at work, molding us into the individuals He has created us to be. Each day offers a new chance to grow closer to Him. The stories of biblical figures who faced challenges can also inspire us on our journey. Think of Job, who experienced immense suffering yet remained steadfast in his faith. Job's focus on God amidst his trials serves a testament to the power of unwavering faith. His story reminds us that even in our darkest moments, we can choose to trust in God's goodness. His faithfulness was ultimately rewarded, and we too can rest in the assurance that God will never leave us nor forsake us. Another example is Peter, who walked on water when he focused on Jesus. When he began to look at the wind and waves, he started to sink. This powerful image serves as a reminder that when we focus on our problems, we can quickly become overwhelmed. Yet when we keep our eyes on God, we can navigate even the most tumultuous waters. Like Peter, we may falter at times, but the key is to reach out to Jesus, knowing that He will lift us up. As we immerse ourselves in this transformative journey, we can adopt a posture of expectation. Anticipating God's movement in our lives invites a sense of wonder and excitement. When we expect Him to act, we open our hearts to His possibilities. This expectation shifts our focus from our limitations to His limitless capabilities. We become attuned to the ways in which He is working, seeing His hand in both the grand and the mundane moments of life. Engaging in scripture memorization can also be a powerful practice in maintaining our focus on God. By committing verses to memory, we equip ourselves with truth that can guide us through difficult times. These verses become anchors for our souls, reminding us of God's promises when we face doubt or fear. The more we internalize His word, the more it shapes our thoughts and actions, drawing us closer to Him. Throughout this journey, we can cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, transforming our perspective on life. Each day, we can take time to reflect on our blessings, recognizing God's goodness in every situation. Gratitude not only enhances our relationship with God, but also impacts our mental and emotional well-being, fostering joy and contentment. As we focus on God, we must also be mindful of the company we keep. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who encourage our faith can be instrumental in maintaining our focus. Community provides support, accountability, and encouragement as we navigate our spiritual journeys. Together we can lift each other up, celebrating victories and offering solace in times of struggle. When we share our experiences with others, we create an environment where God's love can flourish. In the journey of focusing on God, we encounter opportunities to share His love with others. As we experience His grace in our lives, we become vessels of that grace, offering hope and encouragement to those around us. Our stories of faith can inspire others to seek God, reminding them that they too can rise above their problems. Through our actions and words, we reflect His light, guiding others toward the truth of His love. Moreover, it is vital to remain flexible in our focus on God. Life is unpredictable, and our plans may not always align with His. In these moments, we can practice surrender, trusting that God's ways are higher than our ways. When we relinquish our desire for control, we invite Him to lead us down paths we may not have chosen, but are ultimately for our good. This flexibility allows us to embrace the journey, even when it takes unexpected turns. As we continue to immerse ourselves in this journey of faith, we find ourselves gradually transformed. Our focus shifts from problems to possibilities, from despair to hope. Each step we take toward God strengthens our resolve to trust in His plans for our lives. Our faith becomes a beacon of light, illuminating the way for others who may be struggling in the darkness. As we navigate the intricacies of life, let us hold fast to the knowledge that focusing on God is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey. Each day offers us new opportunities to realign our hearts and minds with His truth. By cultivating practices that nurture our relationship with Him, we find ourselves grounded in His love and unwavering in our faith. In this space, we discover the abundant life He promises, a life overflowing with joy, peace, and purpose. With each passing moment, let us strive to keep our gaze fixed on Him, drawing strength from His presence. In the midst of life's storms, we will find solace in His arms, knowing that we are never alone. As we focus on God, we unlock the potential within us to rise above our challenges, living a life marked by faith and resilience. The journey may be long, but it is one filled with divine purpose and infinite possibilities. Embrace this journey, for it is a beautiful adventure that leads us closer to the heart of God. Each step we take in faith propels us forward, illuminating the path ahead. As we immerse ourselves in His presence, we discover the transformative power of focusing on God, which allows us to navigate life with grace, confidence, and unwavering hope. Let us continue to cultivate this focus, inviting His love to permeate every aspect of our lives, and in doing so, we will find that our problems, once overwhelming, fade in the light of His glory. As we engage in this journey of focusing on God, it's essential to recognize the importance of prayer in our daily lives. Prayer is not merely a ritual, it's a vital connection between our hearts and the divine. It allows us to communicate our fears, desires, and gratitude to God. When we take time to pray, we acknowledge His presence and invite Him into our circumstances. Prayer provides us with the strength to confront life's challenges and the wisdom to make decisions aligned with His will. In our prayers, we can express our desires and concerns, but we should also take time to listen. Silence in prayer allows us to attune our hearts to God's voice. Often we may find that in the quiet moments, God speaks to us with clarity and reassurance. These moments of stillness can become a source of profound peace, guiding us through uncertainties and doubts. By cultivating a habit of listening during prayer, we create space for God's wisdom to enter our hearts, leading us to make choices that reflect His love and purpose. Incorporating Scripture into our prayers can enhance our focus on God. As we pray, we can reflect on specific verses that resonate with our circumstances, allowing God's Word to guide our conversations with Him. These verses serve as reminders of His promises and faithfulness, reinforcing our trust in His plan. When we pray with Scripture, we invite His truth into our hearts, transforming our perspectives and strengthening our faith. As we seek to deepen our focus on God, we can also engage in acts of service. Serving others not only aligns us with God's heart, but also shifts our attention away from our challenges. When we serve those in need, we embody the love of Christ and reflect His light in a world that often feels dark. Acts of kindness can take many forms, from volunteering in our communities to simply offering a listening ear to a friend in distress. In serving others, we find fulfillment and purpose, which helps us remain centered on God's calling for our lives. Another vital aspect of focusing on God is the practice of meditation. This doesn't necessarily mean sitting cross-legged and chanting. Rather, it involves deliberately reflecting on God's goodness and His presence in our lives. We can take moments throughout the day to pause and meditate on His attributes, His love, mercy, grace, and faithfulness. When we meditate, we anchor ourselves in the truth of who God is, which helps us rise above the noise of life. This practice fosters a sense of peace, allowing us to approach our day with a renewed sense of purpose. As we immerse ourselves in this focus on God, it's important to acknowledge the distractions that can pull us away from Him. The world around us often bombards us with messages that compete for our attention, leading us to prioritize temporary pleasures over eternal truths. Social media, news, and even our daily routines can become overwhelming, causing us to lose sight of what truly matters. To counter these distractions, we must be intentional about what we allow into our hearts and minds. Setting boundaries around our media consumption and filling our minds with uplifting and inspirational content can greatly enhance our spiritual focus. In addition to managing distractions, we can create an environment conducive to spiritual growth. Surrounding ourselves with reminders of God's presence, such as inspirational quotes, images, or symbols of our faith, can serve as prompts to refocus our attention on Him. These tangible reminders help us cultivate an atmosphere where we are constantly aware of God's love and guidance. Additionally, establishing routines that incorporate worship, reading scripture, and spending time in nature can foster a deeper connection with God. Nature, in particular, has a way of revealing God's majesty, reminding us of His creativity and power. When we take time to appreciate the beauty of creation, we are drawn closer to the Creator. As we journey forward, we must also recognize the importance of self-compassion. Focusing on God doesn't mean we will never falter or feel lost. It's a process of growth and transformation. When we stumble, we can approach God with honesty and humility, knowing that His grace covers our shortcomings. Embracing our imperfections allows us to grow in faith, learning to rely on His strength rather than our own. We must be gentle with ourselves as we navigate this journey, acknowledging that focusing on God is a lifelong commitment that requires patience and perseverance. In our pursuit of focusing on God, we will also experience seasons of doubt and uncertainty. During these times, it can be challenging to maintain our faith. However, we must remember that doubt is a natural part of the human experience. It's important to acknowledge our questions and fears rather than suppress them. Bringing our doubts before God allows us to engage in honest conversations with Him, ultimately leading to deeper understanding and trust. In these moments of vulnerability, God meets us with compassion, reminding us that He is big enough to handle our struggles. As we continue to cultivate our focus on God, we may also encounter moments of profound clarity and purpose. These moments often arise when we least expect them, during quiet reflection, conversations with friends, or even while engaged in daily activities. As we align our hearts with His will, we may discover new passions, talents, and opportunities for growth. These revelations remind us that focusing on God not only transforms our perspectives, but also opens doors to new possibilities we may have never considered. Furthermore, as we embrace the journey of focusing on God, we develop a deeper sense of community with fellow believers. Sharing our struggles and victories with others can create a sense of belonging and support. In these relationships, we find encouragement and accountability, helping us to remain steadfast in our faith. Our collective experiences can remind us that we are not alone in our journeys, and together we can uplift one another as we seek to honor God in our lives. As we navigate the ebbs and flows of life, let us remain committed to this journey of focusing on God. Each day presents us with new opportunities to deepen our relationship with Him, and as we do so, we will find ourselves transformed. Our focus will shift from the fleeting problems of this world to the eternal promises of our Creator. In the light of His presence, our worries will fade, and we will be filled with a sense of purpose and joy. Through prayer, meditation, service, and community, we unlock the beauty of living a life centered on God. By remaining intentional in our focus, we will experience His love in profound ways, guiding us through challenges and celebrating our victories. In this divine journey, we are continually reminded that we are cherished children of God, called to reflect His light in a world that desperately needs it. The more we draw close to Him, the more we will discover our true selves, created to thrive in His love and grace. As we conclude this exploration of focusing on God rather than our problems, let us remember that this journey is not merely a task to check off our lists, but a lifelong commitment that transforms every aspect of our lives. By redirecting our attention toward God, we cultivate a deep sense of peace, purpose, and resilience that empowers us to face life's challenges with unwavering faith. Each moment we spend in prayer, meditation, and service enriches our relationship with the divine and deepens our understanding of His love. In embracing this focus, we learn to navigate the storms of life with grace, recognizing that our problems do not define us. Instead, we are defined by our identity as beloved children of God, equipped with His strength and guidance. Let us take heart in knowing that, as we shift our gaze from our circumstances to His promises, we will find clarity in the chaos, hope in despair, and joy in every moment. May we commit ourselves to this beautiful journey of faith, knowing that with each step taken in trust and love, we are drawn closer to the heart of God. In doing so, we become vessels of His light, sharing His love and hope with those around us. Let our lives reflect the transformative power of focusing on God, for it is through Him that we find true fulfillment and purpose. Together, let us walk this path, continually seeking to lift our eyes toward Him and experience the abundant life He has promised.